Hello, welcome back to episode 3 of Project Locost-MX5. So since last time, there's been a few changes. I'll show you here. The steering wheel, this bit of the rack was up here, so I've changed it now. Steering wheel's a lot lower. The reason for that was this area here, where the rack used to come over the top of here. But once I put the pedals there, I worked out the brake master cylinder, which is up there, used to sit really high up, which is no good. Wanted to get it right down. So I've steering rack now goes down through a hole in this plate to the joint in there, and then to the rack. So I made a bracket for that to hold that quite strong there. So it's just a piece of box again with a brake disc bend. Quite a few people like that idea, which is good. So right, I've cut this piece of bulkhead out of the MX5 to hold the pedals where they were in the MX5, which gives a nice gap between them. So that now fits in that area much better, but I do need to cut this away. So I think it'll probably cut about here, and then I'll have to put a piece, I'm thinking, from here across to it, and then a small piece to here, just to give that its strength back. Right, so I've tacked that bottom bit in there now. 2 bolts in that, got 2 bolts in that top bracket, welded the top of them on, just for ease really. So as you can see down here, this is obviously part of the old column, so I'm going to drill a hole through this, and I'm going to fit a wedge of steel down the back here, weld that in place, and have a bolt going through there, and I'm hoping that will be enough to hold this bottom bit of the rack. As soon as I've got that done, I can start thinking about getting the pedals in, hoping to get them in today if I can, and then run a new couple of lengths for the floor. Probably going to put a new one all the way across, and 2 new ones either side of the bottom of the tunnel there. So once they're in place, I can strip all the running gear off, and then get all the welds done. So yep, that's where we are now. So I'll come back to you in a bit as soon as I've got all that bit done there. Right, I've sorted a little wedge out for that, tack that in, got a bolt through it, so that's totally solid there now, totally solid, not going anywhere, works absolutely great. So next job is to work out how much of this I need to cut off. Right, so this is where we're at. So now the top of the bottle here clears the bonnet, which is what we need. The pedals are in a better position now. That slight angle, there's nothing that I can't adjust afterwards. They are positioned reasonably well in the middle of the footwell there, so I just need to work out how I'm gonna mount this. I'm thinking of keeping the plate, because then I know everything's mounted exactly where it should be. Thinking of running a strengthener up there, across the top and back down. That'll hold all that in place. And then I just need to, thinking a couple of small, just tabs down, one there, one there. So I've cut that one leg of that used to go that way, so I've cleaned here up. So I'm going to run a new one from there, as tight as I can across to around here somewhere. So I'll get a cardboard template made up of that now, cut that, tack that in place, then think about tackling the getting this pedal set up, put in. Right, so that's the 2 brackets for the top of the pedal unit, whatever you call it, this bit. So they're absolutely sort of solid in there now, so so that'll take all the stress at the top of the of this bit. Right then, so that's what I've basically done. So that piece of bulkhead I cut off the MX5, trimmed down as small as I could. Some box section around it, just tacked in now. Definitely not the neatest thing in the world. Just need to patch in the holes, but that'll give it some strength when I do that. So I'll probably run the box section from that one, tack it onto this one and connect it to that one, and I'll probably run one from here down to here, possibly past this, just to tie everything in together so it's like a box. So yeah, so there we go. So the front of the pedal assembly now will fit through there, bolt on exactly the same as it did in the MX5, fix onto this exactly the same as it did in on the MX5. I've still got the little square where the throttle cable goes through. Put this strengthening piece in, so it's not perfect, but the master cylinder sits sort of about an inch down into there, which is great. So I need to finish welding that on and all this, but there we go. So on the next episode we will cut out this crossbar, put a new one of them in, because it does fit underneath the PPF, so I will have one continuous all the way across. And then this is just surface rest, this is. So on the bottom there'll be a new one running down that way, both sides, just to complete the floor. Then I will dig the MX5 seats out, see if they fit, and if they do fit in the hole, I will make some bits going across to hold the seat. So that'll be the next episode. So that's the end of this one. So if you enjoyed Project Locost-MX5, then subscribe to the channel, like this video, and thanks for watching. Stay safe.